Hello, my name is C, and today I have two kits to show you. These are my remaining two from September, the ones that shipped later from DiamondArtClub. So, we are going to take a look at the Margaret Morales first. I'll do a full unboxing of this one, and then a shorter one of Galaxy Potion. Alright. Okay, so this one is Mizuchira. Oh, I said that wrong. By Margaret Morales. It is 83.6 by 55.8 centimeters. We have that original artwork here, plus the rendering here. I'm going to talk about these two bits later. By the blue branding, we can see that it is a square. On the side, we have all that information, color list, and all specials listed out. On the back, we have how it works, kit contents, and all of our warnings. And unleash your inner artist. Oh, oof. My floor is dirty. This is sitting on my floor. Anyways, we have the little thumbnail and information about the artwork on the bottom if you store things stacked up. So in here we have our toolkit. So it comes with a big baggie, so you can kit up into these or use them to store extras, whatever you like. We have DiamondArtClub's new pick and place pen, so it's loaded. There we go. It's loaded with putty, so as you twist it, putty will come out the end. So that's a nice little upgrade. I don't think mine is in right. Okay. I typically don't use these. They're a little small for my hands, but they're nice. We have our tray. It is a nice sturdy tray. And we have our piece of putties for your refillable pen, plate of wax, a single, and a 7 placer. Yeah, and then the nice tray. Awesome. I will throw that out later. We also have our thank you for your purchase. This is adorable. Like, with a little diamond there. That's cute. Okay, we have all of their socials. If you download the app the first time you purchase, you get 20% off. We have step-by-step instructions, tips and tricks, and kit contents. And there's also a link to the Facebook group with tons of it's a good place to go for questions and seeing people work on kits. It's great. So here is our sticker sheet. We have the name of the artwork and the artist at the bottom. It opens up to our stickers. So these are all pre-cut, and individual cuts, so you can put them on your baggies, your storage containers, whatever you use. At the bottom, we have 64 colors. The symbols look really good. This third number is just the DMC, so it's a brand of floss, and DiamondArtClub uses that to number all of their colors. The 6000 is DiamondArtClub's creating their own colors where there are gaps. So we also can see anything with a letter in front of is a special diamond. So AB is Aurora Borealis, K is metallic, C is fairy dust. Pretty. So we'll have to take a look for those. And then the final page, we have our start and end date, the full image here, and then all of the colors, the shape, and the canvas size. So this is great. Alright, we have our canvas, and I did get one! DiamondArtClub has these trading cards out now. There's 4 different tiers. Once you pick, there's a whole bunch of information, but there's a code under here. Once you have collected enough cards for whichever reward you would like to redeem, you can scratch that off and get your pick. I believe this is a silver. That's pretty. I love it, the trading cards. They make my Pokemon card collecting card happy. Alright. Okay, let's take a look. Ooh. Okay, this is pretty. Look at the dragon. Her face is gorgeous. Okay. Ooh, my cake got a little crunched here, but that is not an issue. Okay. This looks amazing. I'm gonna roll it back quickly. Alright. You do not need to work backwards. I'm just doing this to speed up the process of it laying flat. Only do this if your kit is poured glue, double-sided adhesive, it'll ruin it. DiamondArtClub is poured glue, so this is totally fine. Alright. Oh my gosh, this is just gorgeous. I'm trying to let in. The sun's not quite up yet, so it's a little tricky for lighting. Oh, she's so pretty. DiamondArtClub's cover, you can see now that there's dots all over this. They have upgraded their cover so that along the pre-cut perforations there is, maybe I can get the top corner to be a little better. Alright, so it's a pre-cut cover with small sections, so they outlined the cuts with these pink lines, which, yeah, this first run with this cover, it leaves a pink mark. It was just placed upside down. Because this kit is a square, that doesn't really matter. All of the diamonds will lay right up against each other and you won't see the pink through it. That is, I've heard a friend working on it and she's really enjoying the pink lines, and I'm so happy for her. But they are an option there. It just outlines the sections for you. So, kind of neat. Anyways, at the top of the canvas we have DiamondArtClub Do What Makes You Sparkle. Let's get that in frame. The top left, we have a legend with all of our colors. Same matching one on the bottom right. At the bottom of our canvas, we have a thumbnail of the image, the name of the kit, and all of like the size and copyright. So DiamondArtClub legally licenses all of their pieces. That just means that the artist has given permission and is being fairly compensated for the use of their artwork. In the center, we have a discount code, as well as DiamondArtClub's socials, and DiamondArtClub's lifetime warranty. So if there was an issue with this kit, run out of diamonds, something happens with the glue, whatever, you could contact DiamondArtClub and they will give you some tips or tricks and help get you sorted. So they are super speedy over there and it's great. Alright, this kit is definitely confetti heavy. That just means, let's zoom on right in on the dragon's face. There we go. So confetti means something like his nose and mouth here, where there is a lot of colors in a small section, compared to color blocking, which is all of this white back here, so a large section of the same color. There's definitely chances for color blocking in smaller areas like all of these hearts, but then you get into things like the detail in her hair and her clothes. It's a lot of confetti. But the symbols look really clear. Okay, before I get into the diamonds, I saw on the box that there's gray patches on her face here. I'm going to change that, I think, when I work on this kit. I think I want to make that a little smoother. That was just, I wanted to see what the symbols were like before I continued talking about that. But yeah, I might change out these grays and kind of blend in some more pinks. That's an idea. Alright, so we have our diamonds here. They have the name of the kit and the SKU on the top. Ooh, we'll get there, we'll get there. On the sticker here, which matches the same thing on the bottom of the canvas, as well as you have the name on the sticker sheet and the SKU back here, so you can easily match things up if you store them separately like I do. But first off, these colors are ooh, There's our metallic. These colors are gorgeous. Lots of blues and aquas and teals. Oh, I love that. Okay. Zoom on right on it. There we go. Now, typically, I do not read out numbers, but I will pause if we come across some specials. So first up, we have Z3766. That is our first fairy dust. It is this nice blue. The coloring seems really, really faint on this one. Or not the coloring, the fairy dust. I can't quite see it, but it is a slight glitter coating that is placed on the top. It's more like a mica dust that is kind of brushed on the top to give it a softer, shimmery effect. Okay. There's 2 bags of that. We'll keep going and find another one. Alright. Here is our AB. AB stands for Aurora Borealis. It is this iridescent coating that is placed on the top of the diamond so it shines like the northern lights. So you'll often see blues, pinks, purples, greens, things like that. And this one is definitely showing all of those blues. You can kind of see it down here, blues and greens. Pretty. But yeah, these colors are gorgeous. $7 for $7, that's pretty. Here is one of the colors that DiamondArtClub makes in-house. Oh, little straggler bag. Here's our next fairy dust. Here's our next fairy dust, Z3811. Can we see that coating just a little bit clearer? Maybe down in this bottom corner. It has like this subtle kind of blue shimmer to the tops of them. I can't remember how many we're looking for. Ooh, 958, that's pretty. Here is our next fairy dust, C993. I kind of see the green shimmer down in this bottom corner. That's a pretty one. Zoom down. Here is that metallic, so K444. The base color is yellow, however, when it is sitting upright here, it reflects like this gold, and they call it something different, don't they? Yes, okay, sorry, I checked the box. So DiamondArtClub calls these electro. They have this metallic effect to them. Those pinks are pretty. Here is our final fairy dust, Z976. It has this like coppery coating to the top of it. You can kind of see it there. Pretty, and just some small handful colors to help with shading. Pretty. Okay, so let's zoom right on back out. Can we do it like this? You can see my stand a little bit. That's gross. There we go. Alright. That's going in the to be dealt with later pile. So, we are looking for the little stick for that AB, the square for that metallic, the plus, diamond, star, and V for those fairy dusts. So let's take a look. Usually I go from top to bottom, but because this is a landscape, we could probably just go left to right. What do we think? All right, so all of this in her kimono. Is that part of her kimono? It is. It's the sleeve. So all of this yellow detailing here is that metallic with some of that brown fairy dust in here. We have some of that blue AB in here, just sprinkled along. There's a couple more of the metallic in the dragon's eyes. The diamond and the star. Ooh, okay. This, all in the center here, is that AB, that blue AB, followed by like outlining of the dragon over here is a good chunk of that blue AB all in here. There's some of that blue AB in the background, some more of it up here. Oh, a couple of those stars, which is that fairy dust, that blue fairy dust. Some more of the blue AB and the fairy dust in here. AB and fairy dust here. I haven't seen. This is gonna be tricky. It's a lot of confetti, so it's harder to see some of those colors. Oh, the diamond and the V's are up in her hairpiece here. Same with that metallic. So that gold is also in her headpiece, her earrings, along her chin here. There's some more up at the top, and that's the metallic. Sorry. We have the V's and the diamonds up at the top there as part of one of the dragons. So that is the two fairy dusts. There is more of that blue AB and the blue fairy dust just all throughout her kimono. The two lightest colors in this green here and here is that fairy dust. All like the dark triangle in here, or the dark square in these flowers is that metallic. There's more in her tie here. I can't remember the name of it, but there's more highlighting that metallic in her tie and that brown fairy dust. And it's also in her sleeve. Did I miss it? Yeah, the brown fairy dust is also in her eyes and along her headpiece. And more of the metallic over here and those V's, so that that fairy dust is all back in here too. Same at the bottom. More of that AB within this dragon too, plenty of it, and that fairy dust, and a couple more of the metallics in his eye. Okay, this is gonna look absolutely amazing. I definitely skipped over some places. There is just a ton of confetti. So it's a little harder to pick out those specials. But it's pretty much where there's blue, there is AB, and fairy dust within these greens, and the yellow all has metallic in it. This is gonna be gorgeous. I'm actually really excited to get to work on this. Again, even though I showed that the pink lines got onto the canvas, I'm not worried about it on this kit specifically because it is square and it will all be covered anyway, so it doesn't really matter. There are ways to cover it, however, I'm not bothering with it. So anyways, I'm gonna wrap this one up and grab the next one. Alright, here is the second one. Okay, see, this is just so cute. Alright, so here is that artwork. This is Galaxy Potion. It is square, Galaxy Potion. Square, 74 colors, 55.8 by 75.7 centimeters. So that's pretty. We have 2 ABs, 1 metallic electro, 1 iridescent, 5 fairy dust. This thing is full of specials. Oh, that's gonna be awesome. Okay. And looks like this is bronze. I think. I'm guessing. Okay. Ooh. This is a top. Oh, look at her face. Oh, that's gonna be beautiful. This is done beautifully too, this swirl. Oh, I love that. Okay. Hold on. This is stunning. Oh my gosh. There we go. Yeah, this is so pretty. I really like what's going on in the cauldron over here. Sorry, I wanted to get rid of the glare. I know it's really dark. But this is gorgeous. Like those colors. I am curious. I'm gonna turn this back on. I am curious if it also has the pink lines, but, well, it has the pink lines on the cover, but it has soaked into the glue, which is fine. It is a square, and it will be completely covered once I work on this. It doesn't really matter. That was just more for curiosity's sake. Alright. So here are those colors. I adore these blues and purples. Okay, let's zoom on in. Itty bitty bag by itself. Okay, that's a pretty yellow. And there's our AB 996. So it is this slightly darker blue. I'm just going to, there we go. Is this slightly darker blue, super pretty. Oof. 5 bags of 310, but that's to be expected. Our fairy dust, one of them, C3865, so that white has this silver mica powder on the top of it. This is very pretty blue. Oh, such a pretty pink. 818. Some more blues. Z747. So this nice, like, pale aqua color. And it has a silver on the top. You can kind of see it in here. Ooh, some purples. That's neat. So 6012 is one of Diamond Art Club's like in-house, their own created colors. And they made it a fairy dust. That's pretty. Can we see? Well, this one has a more faint coating on the top of it, but still pretty. And a nice, a darker purple. You can kind of see it over here. A darker purple fairy dust. C3837. And here is our another AP 5200. My guess is this is C141 AB. But that's pretty. It tends to shine all the colors. Some more blues. Here is that metallic. So K796. It's this deep blue and it shines beautifully. That's gorgeous. It's kind of hard, not quite picking up, but very, very pretty. And then just some handful colors to help with some shading in between. And there is Z782, another fairy dust. It's just brown with a coppery coating on the top. Followed by the iridescent. So this is L783. It is this, it's like a crystal. So it is a silverback diamond that is kind of see-through and tends to really pick up the light and bounce it back. This one's a shade of yellow. It's super pretty. All right. Let's zoom them back out. Set this upright, and then here we go. So we are looking for the clover and the little corner square for our ABs. The arrow for the metallic. This is a weird equal sign for our iridescent. V square antenna slash. Oof. And I want to say it's like a Celtic symbol. That's wrong. For our fairy dust, this is going to be a lot. I'm going to miss something, but I'll try my best. I didn't say this earlier. This background has a lot of color blocking in it, so like giant chunks. Her hat is all one color. Her shirt is all one color. But then you get into like the magic of like the potion and her hair and the bubbling of the cauldron, and it is more confetti. That's what I'm looking for. So up at the top here we have that clover, that blue AB all in here. These little starbursts is the white AB, and it's kind of sprinkled into like all in the background in some of these lightest spots. We have that lighter purple fairy dust right in here. I know I saw that one. Yeah. So it's in these stars as well, kind of sprinkled in the background. There's a chunk of it right in this portion of this like wispy magic. Alright. I'm gonna move it down. Sorry. We have a couple more of the blues fairy dust sprinkled in back here. A couple more of those white ABs in these stars back here, like it's all in here, sprinkled in the background. some more of that. I am so sorry. More of that lighter purple along this magic here and over there. Have I seen that metallic? No. Okay, we're gonna keep on going. I have a feeling we have that darker fairy dust in here, like in the darker purple, sorry. In this potion bottle, we have the brown fairy dust and the iridescent, so that kind of glossy see-through one in her nails. Her hair doesn't, oh, that's what I'm missing. So that white fairy dust is all highlighting in her hair. So it's all over there in these brightest patches. Keep her going. There's a couple more of the V's outlining her hair here. Yeah, outlining the bottom of her hair. Here is that V. So that blue fairy dust. And okay, so the metallic, that dark blue metallic is in these bubbles, kind of like highlighting. There's a good patch of it here. There's more of it down here. There's a good chunk here. And some more of that metallic in here. And then we have the dark purple fairy dust highlighting in the cauldron. The blue fairy dust and the white AB is all in these like little stars and sprinkled in the background. The white and the blue is highlighting these bubbles. That clover is all in the bottom here, so that blue AB is down in here, like this patch here. It's highlighting on the outside here. And there's more of that light purple on the side here. Okay. More of that light purple. I'm sure I missed something. But this is going to be gorgeous. I have a feeling there's more hidden in here that I'm missing. Oh yeah, there's more of that blue highlighting here, highlighting in the bubbles. Good patch of it over here. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna leave this one here, I think. So this is a gorgeous kit. I was actually gonna start this one. I was thinking of starting this one as like my final kit for Drills and Chills. We shall see, but yeah, okay. Let me know which of these two kits was your favorite, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.